Alright. Ugh, my head fucking hurts so bad. If AMC does not have a complete rip up this week, like a nice one, I'm not making AMC videos anymore. I'm not. I am not. I completely missed out on support because of AMC, because it decided it wanted to rip on the day I wanted to get in, and then I had to start covering AMC. And the best part is, I didn't even get to benefit from that rip at all. I did not even get to benefit because I didn't have any day trades left that day. So I had to get in and then watch, my 1,600 in gains disappear in the last 30 minutes down to about $420 in gains because I didn't have any day trades. So, fucking ridiculous. Not happy. Not happy at all. And considering the fact I wanted to get in this bitch at $8 and completely forgot about it because AMC wanted to do some dumb AMC shit. I'm not going to get into the whole every time this thing wants to rip, there's a new play that comes along that takes away from AMC and blah, blah, blah. AMC is AMC. GME is GME. All of these meme stocks are all of these meme stocks, and they all move the same because they're all controlled by somebody bigger than us. Don't give a fuck what you believe. That's the goddamn truth. Doesn't matter. And whether all this now is, like I said, just dark pool, maybe dark pool shit kicks off the beginning of the day with a nice chunk of the percentage and then rides the rest of the day, just filtering in the rest of a percentage of some shit from 30 days, 40 days, 50 days ago. But the only way that this thing makes sense that they move together the way that they do is that someone else with big money that could be controlling this or something is literally putting more money into both of these than retail is. For every minute candle, whatever percentage retail is buying, someone else, for whatever reason, has to be buying the exact same percentage to make it equal for AMC and GME, or close to it, and all them other ones to make it run the same. But this shit has been trending, and like I said, when I decided to start going back on year-to-date charts, this motherfucker has patterns all over it. All over it, there's patterns that suggest this thing has been controlled from the fucking jump. From the jump, that this thing has been controlled, and they can control it with derivatives, with options, with things like that. They can make this fucking thing move however they want it to move. And the fact that it all moves the same, that just means that there's an algorithm somewhere involved in both these fucking stocks, well, more than just both these, that is programmed to make sure it has an equal percentage of whatever it's doing, buying calls, buying puts, buying shares, shorting, to make these fucking things move at the exact percentage that they are, and are close to it, roughly. I'm just looking in here because that one day I went over the ETFs and was like, wow, a lot of these other things I was invested in prior to AMC. They were just regular retail stocks. And so I think in the video where I said it's an attack on retail as a whole. That's exactly what it is. Because just looking at the highest short interest stocks as of late, before AMC, I was invested in Workhorse. I just talked about food. I've been looking at Blink. I'm not even going to say that one's name. I'm very, very mad about this. I'm dead serious. I'm very mad that I missed this because of AMC, because I don't fucking get paid to look at AMC or go over any theories of AMC, and it just cost me money again. And I'm fucking break that shit. I was in GoGo. I was in SDC recently. Recently was in this, and it looked like it was moving good. The chart looked good, and fundamentals were good. And retail had talked about it, not in a short squeeze sense. And in like a week, it went up about $2.50, something. It was great. And then opened up the next week on Monday or some shit, was trending back up again, looking like it was going to have another good day, and then like $4, and the next hour was just shorted down. And I was just like, wow. Like, I really took it personal. I was like, "Fuck me. Maybe they are literally watching me and where I put my money." And they're like, "This motherfucker, we're gonna break him. We're gonna take all his money. He ain't gonna be able to make another fucking YouTube video." I don't know. Um, I was invested in all these, man. SDC, GoTo, Cricket, Clovis Oncology, not Clove, not to be confused with that. GoodRx, Ride, Akagen, Nikola, MicroStrategy, Sensonics, OnTrack, Car Parts, CVM, Riot. There we go, CVM and Riot. I was invested in like over 90% of all these stocks right now. Just as a retail investor, not for any sort of short squeeze or anything like that. Just as a retail investor. And every one of these is at the top of a fucking short list now. And this does not mean that these are going to blow up. There's a lot more that goes into this other than having high short interest. That's, Clove was a straight trap. That was a trap that popped up out of nowhere. No one even bothered to look at the institutional ownership, which blew my mind. Because that was the first thing I looked at. As soon as someone said Clove and I saw Clove, I was like, okay. And I went and did my thing and I looked at institutional ownership, and institutional ownership was over 100%. That's no thanks. No thanks. If you were in it a week prior when it was like between $5 and $7 or whatever, you done did good, assuming you got out and didn't hold it thinking this was going to be the next AMC and going to $100 and then lost all your money. But a lot of people lost a lot of money because they got in the mid-teens when it started running, and it didn't go too much higher and then immediately got axed down, because that's what happens when you have 100% institutional ownership or better. They control where that stock goes at any given time, and they just took a bunch of money from retail and then shut that bitch down immediately. And it has not recovered since or gone anywhere since. I'm not even sure why it's still on a short play list, because it still has ridiculous institutional ownership. And people are still like, Clove is still the shortiest short play in the world. Yeah, maybe it gets another move, sure. But there's no way to really know if that big movement down was shorts again, which everyone thinks it is, or if it was just institutions selling off a fat portion of the 100% plus that they owned of shares just to crush it down. They didn't even have to take a short position to make it do that. And that's where being uneducated and not understanding, shorts as a whole, what short plays are and how they work, and understanding naked shorting and all those things will lead to making very, very poor decisions with money. Like, there's 2 short plays. There's 3 technically, but there's 2 that I'm watching that aren't even on this list. Not even on this list. Sensonics, like, this shouldn't. How is this even? This is a fucking company that is developing wonderful products for diabetes. And they have this awesome product that's theirs, patented. That's just wonderful. They got breakthrough science going on mixed with medicine, and it's being shorted to death. For what fucking reason? I mean, I take that back, because this is fucking America, and they make a lot of money off people staying fat and unhealthy and getting diabetes. So, I mean, that kind of makes sense, actually. But still, either way, craziness. But Smile Direct, why are you trying to keep people's teeth fucked up? For real, why are you trying to fuck people's teeth up? Why can't people, fix their shit? They're gonna fuck that up. There's just so many. This is just the craziest list of shit, but it is all retail stocks, all of it. This is one that I'm looking for. When I look for short squeeze plays and shit, this is what I look for. This right here, literally looks like the formings of an AMC GME in its infancy, in its early days. It's a little under 10% short right now. That's known about. But this looks like someone has an interest in crushing this for whatever reason. For whatever fucking reason. Who knows? I don't know. But this has the potential to be something wonderful. It has the potential to be something wonderful if enough people take notice and pour into it. And that's going to be the deciding factor. But this is what I look for here. I want to see who the top fucking 5 is that is shorting a stock, who holds the most short interest. And look at these guys here: Citadel, Simplex, Susquehanna Group 1, Wolverine Trading. All the same shit in GME and AMC pretty much, except Melvin's not on there. And they're only adding to it. Only adding to it. And this thing has an options chain and everything already. And it's sitting at like $2.30 or something like that. I am currently in this one. I'm not telling anyone to get in this one. I am just testing the waters on a 30-day basis to see if there's a cycle, if there's a 30-day cycle that these guys' algorithms are running on to where they'll return these shorts and then reshort again. If there's a spot where you can get in, get a little money, get out while this thing's still sitting here doing its thing. Um, just one that I'm watching, but that's what I like to look for too. I like to see where these fucks are, if they're in it. Um, just because I know if I'm in it early and news gets out that, hey, Citadel and Simplex, Susquehanna, Wolverine, all them, they're fucking, there's this other stock that they're shorting shit out of, and I already know retail is going to pour into it. If it gets out, obviously, I don't have the voice to get it out there, and there's still more research that needs to be done as a whole in this, but I mean, it's essentially sitting at the same short interest that GameStop been sitting at. Uh, so it could potentially turn into something big. I don't know. We'll see. Um, I don't know what's going on here, man. The only conclusion I can come to is this thing's about to make a move. That's it. It's the only thing I can come to. This is about to make another move. It would suggest, based on historical data, chart patterns, everything. Even looking at dark pool data, all kinds of shit. Um, I don't go into all that. I'm not gonna pull up 100 different charts and go over it because I can't teach you it. It doesn't matter. Even if I wanted to, I would have to literally start a channel where I dedicate 45 minutes to an hour to a specific topic because it's just like going to school and it's a class. And then I would have to go over everything from start to finish. I can't just drop a fucking dark pool chart in your laps and go, okay, this is what's happening here. And you're like, what the fuck is that? Why is the chart upside down? Or anything like that. Um, and there's just a lot of shit people don't know. So there's no sense in overcomplicating it. Give you the gist of what I know, what I see. If you've been around for a while, you already know that. I mean, for fuck's sake, I think I called damn near 10 days in a row here in the last 2 weeks. Um, so I'd hope you'd understand that. I do have a semblance of understanding when it comes to this stock and the manipulation going on and what it's doing and tracking it properly. I don't need to get into all of the details of all of the information that I follow and look into because the simplest fact is if you're looking at this and watching it during the day, I can show you things. I can, look at this. This is a pattern. Look at this time frame, all that shit. It's simple. It's easy. Keep it simple. No sense in overcomplicating it. That's how everyone gets fucked up. People go to these other channels and they've got 12 charts up and they're like, oh, look here, look here, look here. This is what I'm talking about. And people go, ooh, big information. They know what they're talking about, so they have to be right. That's how this whole community got fucked to begin with. And Ken, I did check out that Astro guy a little bit more. Just because I believed he deserved another shot because the one channel I watched was a live stream early in the morning. The goddamn stock market wasn't even open yet. But it is exactly what I told you. It's no different than me. He sees the same things I'm seeing, the patterns that I'm seeing. That's what he's following. He basically looks at almost all the exact same information that I look at, except for, directly watching the stock and showing you all, hey, see, this is why this is a good place to get in. So you can see in real time where you can make your money, where you probably need to get out at, um, all that shit. And obviously, again, this is not in regard to shares. Shares are buy and hold. You buy them and you hold them. They sit in a little pretty pile, and you buy more and put more in that pile. This is for options trading, and that's it. Because again, my life-changing money got snatched from me, and it wasn't millions of dollars, wasn't hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it was enough to where I would have been very happy and content and would have been able to day trade and would have been able to buy a new truck and pay my fucking rent for a year out. And now I have to choose, well, now I have to miss plays like support because I had to pay rent instead. Um, and I couldn't liquidate any positions because I just got them and they would have been fucking day trades. So, shit like that. That's what I'm working with. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm working with right now. I had to watch all that disappear in an instant, just in a fucking instant, in a day, in a goddamn day. That can't even. We're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it. But we'll see what happens this week, guys. I am hoping for a move up. This makes no sense. None that this closed over 40, finished at 41 after hours. Um, they're not doing what they've been doing, and this is following the historical chart data, very much so. All of this feels like May. All of it, again, just a different number. Just a different number. What we were doing with 1450 back in May is basically what $40 was, which I'm noticing a lot of fucking people saying that bullshit now. Um, I said that shit like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. So just, trust that I'm I mean, I feel like I don't need to even tell you that. You already should. If you're here and you've been here for a while, you should trust my information that I give you. And if it isn't solidified, I make sure I let you know. This is all theory, all speculation. Do not fucking misconstrue what's being said. We'll go with what you guys know. It just, it sucks. I'm really upset. I didn't get to enjoy AMC's run up because of day trading restrictions. And I completely missed support when I had the money to get into it and fucking didn't. So wasn't a great week for me, but I know a lot of you guys had a good week, and I'm very happy that you guys have come to the channel, figured out your own kind of trading strategy, listen to what I'm telling you in order to save you from losing a bunch of money. And I'm very, very glad that a lot of you are making money, especially those of you with families, especially single parents, out there trying to do the damn thing. And very, very happy that I could help. Like super, you have no idea. Very, very happy that I could help. I'm a sucker for this shit. I've done it my whole life and been taken advantage of my whole life. But I do believe that karma comes back around. Sometimes it takes a long fucking time. Sometimes it does. But there has to be other people out there that are like me and like to help when they can help, even if it puts you in a shittier situation. If it's worth it for them to be able to help other people and not just you help yourself, I believe that should always be the choice you make. It's a no-brainer in any situation. So somewhere, one day, I'm sure the favor will be returned, and that's just the way I look at things. I believe in that wholeheartedly. Karma is a real fucking thing. You get what you give. Sometimes you gotta be really, really patient. Really fucking patient. So, hopefully, I'm kidding. Even if this doesn't gap up, I'm obviously still gonna follow it and track it and see what's going on. But I feel like that's what it should do. It should be heading for a gap up. Should be. Monday is going to tell us a whole lot, because this is super fucking confusing. All this. They needed it under 40. They wanted it under 40. I think that they thought this was going to trigger a market maker sell-off of what they had bought to cover, because that happened at around 39.60-ish, 39.50, 39.60 when it started fucking ripping. And I think they thought if they got it under there, the market maker would take care of the rest. But I actually think that what happened was actual exercised contracts, because, like I said, 2,500 contracts disappeared from the $40 strike price by the end of the week. So I think that Tuesday, some very smart investors executed some of those fucking contracts, and there were no shares for the market makers to sell back off because people were already holding them. Like, I don't believe that whole, oh, well, all this was hedging. All this was market makers buying just in case people decide to exercise. No, it's not. They do not start doing that until people start exercising. They may have a tiny little stockpile just to cover a few, like a certain percentage, maybe 2% or something like that. And then when it gets over that, then they're like, oh shit, okay, well we got to have some on hand to fill these orders, or maybe they just fill them as they come in. Who fucking knows? But I think that what they were hoping for here did not happen. It just didn't happen. Um, or it got down to like the 40s and people had started to exercise and market makers were just delayed in getting that buying pressure in. I don't know. Again, speculation. Who knows? I just know that this is fucking weird. And I do not feel like this is what they wanted to happen. But I think they're, like I said, running out of ammo, running out of ways to suppress this. September 3rd is going to say a lot. Find out if these little guys are going to get vaporized and whatnot. We'll see. We will see. I got a lot of schoolwork to fucking finish, so I don't know if I'm going to have another video in me before Monday, but if I do, I'll see you then. If not, we'll see what's going on Monday. I'm out.